Peace and blessings to the chosen. First and foremost, want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the Akim, pushing this truth for sincerity and charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. I'm the brother Yalad, titling this video, Peace and Quiet, or something along those lines. And I was just thinking, you can avoid a lot of trouble by simply, and excuse my American, shutting the fuck up. You can avoid a lot of trouble by being quiet. A lot. So this is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 37 and 18. Four manner of things appear, good and evil, life and death, but the tongue ruleth over them continually. Yep, because they say the power of life and death is in the tongue. Proverbs 18:21, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Right? So, you can avoid a lot of trouble by holding your peace, like the scriptures say, by being quiet. Now, I'm not saying that to be bashful, to tell you that you don't have a place to speak. You know, it's a time and a place for everything. But what I'm saying is that it'll save you a lot of trouble by keeping your words to a minimum, by being quiet, and not just with your words, but with your lifestyle. These people don't have to know you. You could continue being a question mark, a mystery to these people. And you will avoid these people and avoid trouble that come with them. Proverbs 17:28. Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise, and he shutteth his lips. And he that shutteth his lips esteemeth the man of understanding. Right. It's another saying that if a fool be quiet, we won't know he's a fool. But if he open his mouth, he done gave it all away. So what they say, loose lips sink ships. People don't have to know all your business and what's going on with you. The scripture tell you that let not your right hand know what your left hand do it. But peace and quiet, bro, man, bro, you will avoid a lot of fucking trouble. And then that's another thing, being impulsive, like, you don't have to say everything that comes to mind all the time. You could really keep things in, bro. You could really hold your peace. You don't have to say every exact thing that comes to mind. You could keep these thoughts in your head because that's what the Lord made it for. He made our parts in a way to where we can think something and not have to share it with anybody. And we can hold ideas and not share it with nobody. That is magnificent, bro. Get another scripture. It says Proverbs 18:6, a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. Right. There's the people who go off yapping and saying some contentious things, because the scripture talk about how I'll find it and I'll come back to this. Is spit on it. Pause. I'm trying to find that scripture. It says fire. But basically the scripture talks about how when contention happens, which is strife or an issue, a problem, peaceful words, right? That's another scripture I'm quoting too. that soft answer turn away wrath. Let me see. But I want the one that say, I get the soft answer. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turn away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Right. And I believe in the Apocrypha, it talks about how you can spit on the fire, you can blow the fire. And one makes things worse, and then one cools the dispute or the situation at hand. It brings to an end the trouble. Now, what I wanted out of that and why I talked about that is because this precept, the Proverbs 18:6, is mostly going into people that run off their lips, that write a check that they butt can't cash, that say things that they ought not to say. Because it's not wise for us, what the scriptures say. Redeeming the times, the days are evil. It's not wise for us, to Ephesians 5:16, Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And this is relevant to the subject because it'll behoove you. It's a wise thing for you to hold your peace sometimes, to keep your thoughts to yourself sometimes. You might be surrounded by, I'm going to give a scenario, a situation. You might be in a situation where you are at work, in the grocery store, and it's Pride Month, and it's a whole bunch of people with broken wrist syndrome, I say, alphabet gang members, and you might stir up some words, bro, and get these people to jump you. You have to walk in wisdom. If you have to, get away from them. Go around, go across, go the other aisle, go away. Avoid people, I say, as much as possible. And that's the thing. And what I meant, as far as not just with your words, but with your lifestyle, with your conversation, your communication. Right? Because these words go into lifestyle. When it said Job was he was vexed by the let me see. So I'm saying it, vexed. Let me see. Because I get it in a blue letter. I'm trying to see. It was he was vexed by the filthy of the wicked. It was the filthy conversation of the wicked. So we're gonna get that in the blue letter. That is 2 Peter 2:7. And it says conversation. These things go into lifestyle. It says manner of life, conduct, behavior, deportment. So that's what I mean by not with your actual mouth, but with how you carry yourself, man. Being quiet can save you a lot of trouble, man. Moving in a certain way in discernment, man. Not always being all out there, making a show of yourself, man. You want to be more and more invisible to this society. And yeah, you do. While basically blending in plain sight. Clark Kent, behind the scenes, behind being Superman. Bruce Wayne, behind being Batman. You want to be as invisible as possible in the society by blending in without going off. It's a balance. Peace and quiet, bro. Holding your peace save you a lot of trouble, man. Being quiet, knowing when to not say certain things in certain places, knowing when to not do certain things in certain places, not have certain behaviors or conducts in certain times and places. And I ended on that. It's a time and a place for everything. Cause the scripture talk about a fool's sacrifice, man. When you enter into the house of the Lord, be more ready to hear than to, give a sacrifice of a fool. I know it's in Ecclesiastes. That's what I do know. It's definitely. We just gonna go to Ecclesiastes then, and then we'll end it on that, man. Straight up. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. And it goes on down all the way to like 9, 8, right? It says in 8, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. Matter of fact, hold on, I can't skip past this one. It says in verse 7, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.